beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. If you're new to this channel, if today is your first time discovering this channel, oh my god, you are welcome, and I am so happy to have you here. And my name's Joy, and on this channel I'll be bringing you latest news and gists. And if you would like to see more videos from this channel, do go ahead and click on the red button down below and turn on the bell for notifications so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. With that being said, let's get into the video.
This one we need to file entertain by court before the 26th of July. As I speak to you, his care condition is deteriorating every day. So, and that need to be addressed as quick as possible. That need to be addressed because it's only a living that can face trial. If anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu before the 26th of July 2021, the matter is slated for hearing. That means the trial will not go on. So, they need to be attended to as quick as possible. And we are going to court to get an order of court to ensure that he's given attention. That's fundamental. Because his life first before we talk about trial. So that's what I mean by needful, doing the needful. We're going back to the court to do the needful. Then I've had a number of places where they're saying about amendment of charges. I have no problem with that. Let's submit the amended charge. Right?
Yeah.
So, and also, let me use this opportunity to appeal to you. And also appeal to the world to tell the government that I have to be protected because my life is under threat as I speak to you as his lawyer. Attempts has made as my life. People were killed in my premises. I cannot move. I cannot sleep now with two eyes closed. So let the world intervene in this case because I must be given protection to defend my client. I don't know what I've done to deserve to be killed because I'm defending IPOB. It's within my constitutional right as a lawyer to defend anybody that come across me. And I'm doing justice to that. So let me use this opportunity and this platform to appeal to the world, to prevent the federal government to protect my life, to stop those who are hell-bent on killing me.
Okay.
They have been looking for me all over the place to kill. Not that I've committed an offense to law. But thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. EJIOFOR, real quickly, have those threats, like you talked about, been reported to the police? And secondly, what are these new charges against Nnamdi Kanu?
What I understand that happened is that, you know, before Nnamdi we have, first of all, they started with about 3-count charge. Then subsequently after that, they filed an amended charge of 11-count charge. And we filed an objection to that charge, to the 11-count charge preferred against him. And the court struck out 8 out of that 11, remaining 3. So, and even in the court ruling, which I will make available to your people, the court made a remark that even the 3-count charge still pending against Nnamdi Kanu as Kanu, that the proof evidence before the court cannot even substantiate that charge. Cannot substantiate it because they are porous. So, but for the benefit of that, it's giving the prosecution the benefit to come forward with their witnesses to establish this charge against him. So now, what we are seeing today is that those charges, the court struck out, has been referred by the federal government. That's what I'm saying today. The charge, the federal government, the court has struck out, the 8-count charge, the court has struck out sometime in the course of the proceeding, has been referred, resurrected by the federal government again. But my brother, we have no problem. We know that Nnamdi Kanu, the whole world knows he's a political prisoner. So we know he's a political prisoner, and we are going to impanel a fortified legal team for him. And in court, we resolve every aspect of items of the charge they're bringing before the court. We're not running away from the court. We believe in judicial process. We have implicit confidence in the judicial process. So, but when things are going wrong, I will inform the world because I must be alive to my duties.
I mean, what are these charges? You've not specifically, stated these charges so that the world can know. These charges that have been brought back, like you said, what are these charges?
It's an old charges. I may not be able to rephrase offhand. Has to do with possession of illegal equipment belonging to unlawful society, and recall that at the point they filed this charge, the charging with belonging to unlawful society, IPOB has not been prescribed at that time, and the court stated in his ruling that IPOB at the time is not an unlawful society. So, on the percent of that order, they stop arresting IPOB members when they come to court. So, and to make things easy for them, they went back to the court and without a knowledge to obtain an order to prescribe IPOB, which are challenging before the Court of Appeal today. So these are charges they filed belonging to production of materials and also what they call it, other offences are not be stated up front.
I don't think the issue is about the 11-count charge. Those ones are in the public domain. Recently, we were told that the government is going to amend the charges, add more charges, including murder charges. Now, have you been informed? Have you been apprised of that? Because, you know, previously, the biggest charge was treasonable felony, which carries the maximum of life imprisonment. But if murder charges are going to be added, then that's a capital offense. That will carry the death penalty. So are you aware of this amendment, of these additional charges? Have you been informed ahead? And as for Kenya, that you've been talking about, the High Commissioner of Kenya to Nigeria insists that, in fact, it's derogatory, it's insulting, it's malicious, and it's defamatory of the person of the President of Kenya for anybody to suggest that Kenya was involved in any other way. And that was why I asked you the question about trans-border crime, transnational crime, you know, cross-border crime, and whether, in fact, what we're dealing with here is Interpol working directly with the Nigerian government.
Sometime and address you on this point. I wanted not to say it, but let me just say for the benefit of doubt, for the power to know. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, was abducted in Kenya by the Kenya police force at airport, he was accused. He was primarily accused by the people that arrested him of committing offense, for committing treason offense in their country. And at the point in time, they were apparently or presupposedly acting under the impression that they don't know the person they're dealing with. So now the game changed when they took him to a place around the police station or any of the approved official detention facility of the Kenya government. They took him there and started maltreating him. So they were discussing with him, interrogating him on the basis that he has committed offense against the Kenyan government. So I am telling you what I have with me, the impeccable facts I have with me. And I have every evidence to establish that in the course of time. Because when we get to that international court, the Kenyan government will come to defend themselves. We'll have facts, information, documents to show what happened to him and where it happened. So, and when they became convinced after 8 days of maltreating him, torturing him, subjecting him to all forms of inhuman treatment, that Nnamdi Kanu never committed any offense unto law in Kenya, a British citizen for that matter, then they ran back on, because it's a collaborative something. It's like there was a conspiracy in the first place. So because they know probably he has meetings, he will be attending a meeting in Kenya. So they have that intel. So they ran back on the Nigerian government to come and pick him without due process of law being adhered to. So if he has committed any offense unto law over there, remember he's a British citizen, they were subjected to extradition proceedings. So this took place in Kenya. And we have the facts, we have documents to show to the international community and in the fullness of time. As I speak to you, I'm written to foreign government. His attorney in overseas are taking up the matter over there. So they're being smart by half for denying the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested in Kenya. Let them go to court. We're already in court with them. They're taking them to court anymore for now. On what transpired in Kenya. That he was abducted, taken to non-residence, maltreated, beaten mercilessly, tortured. So even as a matter of fact, when the Nigerian counterpart came, they became scared of the fact that Nnamdi Kanu might have died in their house. They didn't conduct proper examination, medical examination. That was when they took him to a hospital in Nairobi and confirmed what his medical situation. So as I kept on to emphasize that his medical condition is deteriorating every day. And I'm telling the world that it is better for him to be given medical attention than to die before the date of the hearing. And if anything happens to him today, he's today before the Nigerian court. He's today before the Nigerian court, in Nigerian custody. Nigerian government will be held responsible. So they should they should allow his medical expert to visit him and give him attention. Well, and also face his trial. We're not against the trial. Let's go on. Yeah,
look, I get the impression when you keep referring to British citizenship in Kanu's case, as if British citizenship is superior to Nigerian citizenship. Is that the case? And I still ask you about those additional charges. Have you been informed about what those additional charges are at this point?
Thank you so much. Mr. Batty, there was no, as I speak to you, there's no additional charges against Nnamdi Kanu. So it's being speculated over the media. I will be in a position to confirm to you that the federal government has amended the charges preferred against him to include charge of case of murder. And you see, one thing, we operate accusatorial system of government. So let them come to court and establish whatever crime he committed. I have no problem with that. Prefer a charge of any magnitude, I have no problem. It's one thing to say somebody committed an offense, then another thing to establish the items, ingredients of those offenses before the court. But so as I speak to you, I've not been served with any amended charge against him. I've not been informed that they filed a charge against him before the Federal High Court. So right. What you are hearing over the social media are mere speculative, as I can confirm that to you.
Right, Mr. Ejiofor, you know the binding effects of legal precedent. So I want to remind you of Asari Dokubo and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where the court upheld the corporate existence of Nigeria as indivisible, indissoluble, a harmonious sovereign state, such that the rights of the individuals are suspended when it comes to national security. What is your comment on that ratio in the context of Nnamdi Kanu's case?
The Asari Dokubo's case has to do, what they are relying to, has to do, you know, it has to do with application for his bail, when application for his bail was made. And that was ground upon which the court said they cannot grant him bail. So, but in this case, we have not made an application for his bail in this instance. We are talking about his health condition. And I am not saying that you release him to go and attend to himself. I want to attend to medical challenges. What I'm saying, in effect, is that they should allow his experts. He has medical doctors who will come and attend to him where he is. Then we will not go back to court. So we're not started applying for bail now before the court. So what you are talking about, for him to be given immediate medical attention to avoid dying in custody, because his health is deteriorating every day on account of the torture meted out to him in Kenya, and the extension of the torture here, because by keeping him in solitary confinement amount to grievous torture. So when we get to the bridge on the cases you cited, we'll cross it. I have no problem. We've been in the matter since 2015, and I can assure you the federal government have no evidence to establish any case against Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
As a matter of fact,
real quickly, interesting turn, Barrister Ejiofor. You talked about him being taken to a hospital in Kenya. You said there was a medical report out of there. Is there anything we need to know as regards that? Because now you are saying that same medical report is based on what you're talking about, that is ill health, and that's why you're asking for a bail. Or you want his experts, a medical expert, to come see him. Is there anything we need to know about that medical report out of Kenya?
What I'm saying is that the medical report in Kenya is where he was examined, briefly examined before being brought to Nigeria, is clear. And we are pursuing it over there. So let me hope that Kenyan government will not also compromise in this regard, because we have records to that effect. So, but what I'm saying is that Nnamdi Kanu health condition is in a terrible state. So, and we are appealing to the government of the state, the government of the Nigerian government, to allow his medical doctors to examine him where he's being kept. So I don't want to go into the details of what is contained in his medical report now. So, but in the course of time, you will get to hear all. But I've told you, as a lawyer, as his lawyer, whom he has narrated everything to, the circumstance that led to his arrest, what was done to him, and also where he was kept. Terrible environment. He was kept for 8 days before being brought to Nigeria. So we have those facts with us and other compelling evidence.